who the fuck is Robert and why he got that thing on him. Sometimes I be wondering what type of like any substance most majority of the devs be. Maybe mainly I'm talking about Setro here. I hop onto this game wondering this is not the same beloved game I played like a couple months ago. I'm exaggerating it, but like I be wondering what am I fighting and what am I using? Bouncing, thrown out the window. Go ahead and just throw that bitch out the window. Nothing in that game makes any sense. Half the times, like, I want to get this off my chest. Am I the only one tripping? And if people can answer the comment in the comment section, do you feel like some of your attacks are going through a nigga when you're literally right in front of him? Is that just me? I mainly feel this in Hakuda. I don't feel this as much in Kendo, but it does feel that apparently. And it's just like they just threw everything out the window. The testers, I don't know what's going on in the game direction. I don't know what's going on bug wise and all that shit. I've been been told many times on live, or sometimes in DMs that testers been given gave the developers 400 list, 400 bug list, and then only half of that was fixed. I never really understood that. It's just like I'm starting to think sometimes Setcho might need a PR team or something. He used to had very good PR, but now it's like this nigga just gave up. I don't know, bro. I'm gonna keep talking about Nimble. We talk about more what I have on my list for this video. But only thing I would say, only the G is good for this move. I mean, the T is a good evasive move. Don't get it twisted now. But one thing I realized with Quincy Hakuda, I use the I forgot what this one is. I forgot all of Hakuda. But this move specifically with the critical, I will crit into the G, and it's always true. I think it's always true. Yeah. There's barely any end lag on any of the moves when you use it. Like for example, if I would use Craze Blitz, I'm pretty sure you can increase it with G. If you use another move that has some ragdolling effect, you can use it. And well, this is nothing to do with Nimble, but if it was like old Senpu or old one of the other ones, I feel like you can still combo extend it with that as well. Sometimes you could TP into the Death Strike. I think that's the Death Strikes or the GI, you could call it. So there's a lot of combo potential with it, like and shit like that. Oh, I also think I met a W Ranger in here. I'm gonna skip that out. But yeah, it's kind of like Nimble Hakuda is the truth. I'm not even gonna front. I think it's a very good combo. Now I'm not in high rank, so I can't really give my honest opinion. I'm pretty sure people can see through it, but I can guarantee if you land a crit, which I shouldn't land a crit as often, but if you land it, you can get some easy hits. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, look, I'm already at the U area. So I could, if you want to use an ultra skill, I don't have like 1,000 depth or any other U skill for me to use anything on it. But if you have something to combo extend or continue the combo, especially with U and with G, look at this shit. I'm just slowly building like dodges. Like, it's like what the fuck. But I am low as hell. Wait, Vxquished, you lost this? Hold on. No way. What? Okay, Confliction isn't hit him there. Swift dodges. Oh, he hit me with that too. Oh, he has limbo as well. Oh, this is a battle one time. Hold on, who wins here? Oh, wow. Saved by the damn bell. But I would say Nimble Hakuda is pretty good. It flows pretty well. Is it one of the best things to use for Quincy Hakuda? I would say maybe. Another thing that I want to talk about is just, I feel like Hakuda as a whole was just thrown to hell and damnation. Nothing even, like back to what I was saying earlier, I feel like some of my moves just not connect anymore. I don't know if it's a server reason. I don't know, maybe I'm in Germany. Like majority of times when you're queuing, I be queuing in Germany. I have no business being there at all. I live in like in East, you know. Like why am I in there? I'm Eastern time. Why the fuck I'm over there? I don't know, bro. Sometimes when I play this game, I was scared to even make a video because I feel like you may not even say your opinion. But at this point, it's kind of like, who cares, bro? Just say what's on your mind, type B. I was kind of like, oh my god, get Zongetsu into a crit. Oh my god, that move right there. I'm pretty sure all the footage you guys watching are probably gonna get nerfed because they were talking about it. So I don't know when this video's coming out. I'm not re-recording this. You can suck my, I'm not even gonna finish it, but you get the rest. I feel like some of these moves or some of these new things that were added to the game, Fullbringer specifically, they made it this stupid so people can spend money to buy more rerolls to get, you know what I'm saying? I know that's what they did. They can't lie to me, right? I know exactly what they're doing. They're who they fronting. Like, what the fuck? That's why bouncing is thrown out the window. Old shit won't work no more. Power creep is insane in this game. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Haka is completely trash or, you know, it's trash overall. It just doesn't feel the same. I feel slow, I feel clunky. I don't know if that's just the game design, game performance, game backend. It just doesn't feel the same before we play the game. Maybe it could be where I'm just washed. It could be that. You know, I finally felt like kind of had my old swagger back type beat after like a couple of matches, but like beginning of the game, it just felt whack. It just felt like I'm fighting unfairness. So much hyper armor. And we'll talk about that in the next segment of how I feel about the Fullbringer. But to talk a little bit more on the Haka, it's just, I don't know. Some moves I think should give Dragon Eye, doesn't give it. Dragon Eye doesn't, I can't even combo with it anymore. I just feel like something's missing. And if you may feel the same or may not, please do tell. Like, I like talking to y'all in the comment section because it helps me gauge what the community feels. Now, speaking of community, will the community still side with Setcher with all these changes that this nigga have? I doubt that testers had much to say on this game. I mean, it's been like that in old tester. I'm not gonna slander the nigga's name. That's kind of unfair. But one thing I want to mention is, like, I'm not even sure the community still side with this nigga with the current situation with True, Bankai, Slav, and Ronkar and all that extra shit. What I wanted to talk about too is that the Fullbringer. I feel like back to the substance. I don't know if this video is gonna get monetized or not. Back onto the little thing I want to talk about. What is with all Fullbringers being crazy? Like, I'm gonna mention one towards the ending, and if you could guess what Fullbringer I'm complaining the most, I would dead give you a kiss. Like, I kid you, I'm probably like a kiss emoji or whatever. It's insane to me that the Fullbringer, not granted, there's only like 5 Fullbringers. The Time No Tell, there's a Time Joint, Double Arms, Zongetsu, Chess, and the Dollhouse. Oh, I want to try Dollhouse Hakuda so bad. I'm actually might try that later in the next video. Who knows? I have a lot of videos to do with this. But those main 5, right? They know what they was doing, bro. No, I gotta get this off my chest. I was raging so hard during live because it was insane to me what blunt rotation that they were taking. And it's like this nigga Tetro took all the blunt, and all the developers had to like only had to like get secondhand smoke from it, bro. Because it's like, who actually thought it was a don't get me wrong, their creative decision is cool and all. I love the VFX for Nimble and all the extra stuff. But like, back on the main topic of Fullbringer, I knew shit was gonna be crazy when I was doing the first video back then, when I did one of those content creators. I knew, I was like, bro, what the fuck am I playing? I don't. And it's kind of insane to me that stuff like those gets through the game. You know, I've seen many people talk about it on TikTok, and I feel sorry for the majority of the Type Soul team because they work hard, you know, very hard for the game. Like, look at this, what I'm fighting here, bro. This is cancer, what I'm fighting. I'm not saying what I'm using might not be cancer, but would you rather have less cancer? Would you have bone cancer or brain cancer, bro? Give me bone cancer. I don't know what cancer is good. Let me just shut the fuck up. But it's like, fam, what the hell? Oh my god, I'm using the fuck out that crit with the whirlwind. Dragon Eye, look, that just goes through all of them. I don't know, bro. I can't really, I guess I can't play aggressive as I can't anymore, bro. It's just not the same. But like, look, oh, I'm sleeping, bro. I'm over here screaming. But like, look, bro, I don't know what that is. I don't know. Maybe it's his knowledge check. Maybe it's all of that. It's like majority of rank was barely Hakuda, and if it is Hakuda, it's the advanced, not advanced, but it's like the that proficiency Hakuda bullshit. You know, it's just like, I don't know. This guy's making me forget my skills. I actually like that kind of. It was pretty cool. Like, it's like a whole question mark. Now that I see it, can I Hakuda that? We'll find that out. But yeah, seeing so much people talk about Type Soul in you know, TikTok or video, it kind of disheartened me because what happened to the form of glory that this game had. This game's only been out for 3 days and it's already having a bunch of feud. And I want to talk about a little bit of, you know, the back end and bullshit. You know, it's kind of insane to me how the server and all that extra shit, amount of bug fixes that's going on in the Discord. I think it's an insane number as of right now. And it's like, why did Setro make a whole topic saying that, oh, I could drop the game whenever I want? That's my big pet peeve. Why would you say a bold statement like that knowing that's not the truth? You know, I feel like 9 months is more adequate time for everything to get listed if you manage your time well. Now, don't get me wrong, developers need a job, they need a life, they need a break. I don't blame them at all for doing that, you know what I'm saying? but there should have been some level of task being completed and to a certain degree, and obviously competent testers to get it out the way. Now, I feel like a lot of people think tester equals balance. I feel like in Type Soul, it's split amongst each other. But I feel like there's not such thing as a balanced team. It's more so, however, if Setro agrees with you or the majority agree with you, Setro may do it. Now, I'm not saying this nigga Setro's opinion of the bad guy. It's not fair to the dude. I don't know him that personal to even say that. But I can speak about my old testing, you know, when I did test for the game, I can speak about those. That's basically how it went down. If he truly didn't agree with you, even though it was a good take, it's still not getting passed through. Now, don't get me wrong, he has some good takes, and majority is just like his bad takes just over completes his good takes. You know, I don't know all the content of this game as of right now for the hell update, all the new shit. So maybe what I'm saying could get patched. I'm pretty sure, like I said, this video might be the error where it did get fixed. Like, look at the date. This was reported the 2nd. You know, it's hella late. You know. But it's kind of like, I don't know what's going on or the creative direction that they're going with this game. I just hopefully everything gets fixed. Like, look at it here. How the fuck I'm gonna ragdoll the new confliction just doesn't go through? That, like, I don't know, is it a back-end server, client? I don't know what it is. It just makes no complete sense. Look, World 1 didn't even hit him, dude, there. I was able to land my G. Like, I don't know. I just be throwing moves out and that shit be working. Honestly, I still do have some high hopes for the game. You know, I'm not too sure what's gonna be the next step for it. Is it still gonna thrive as goated as it is gonna be? Who knows? You know, it kind of gets to a point where I'm just hoping all things gets fixed. You know, a little bit more, like a little bit less, you know, lying in the community. This goes both sides of developers and, you know, and community. Like, apparently, with this whole Tana situation, I'm just gonna talk about it a little bit. With the whole Tana situation, apparently he got banned for getting true Bankai, and then was later clarified that he was unbanned, and the devs said him that. Now, was it wise to just ban him flat out? No, because you should do some little bit more digging before you make any assumptions, you know? I mean, I guess you can make the argument that just temp ban him for a second, but I would just ask the dude who set you, who gave you this, blah blah, and go from there. Now, don't get me wrong, the developer should have known that Setro say not to give it out to anyone. You know, that, like, you know, that as a boss, you told them already they're not buying by the rules. That's pretty much it. Now, stripping nigga CC rolls is crazy. That's beneath me. You know, I still don't think you should punish him flat out. Just give him a warning. Yo, don't get set by these devs here and there. And it kind of reminds me of that one situation that happened with me with that one, some other guy. I'm not even gonna speak too much. I'll maybe pop like a little icon on the video. Who knows? But it reminds me of that one situation where, you know, the developer, you know, gave me an item. You know, he was pretty cool with me. He said, here, you know, you can use this item. And don't get me wrong, it was a pretty strong item. Even he didn't know I was not supposed to have it, but it didn't matter because I still got boom at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So, what the fuck? Now, if you actually reach it to the end of the video, I want to say hey. And also, the one thing I truly hate fighting is this bullshit right here. This is why I say watch the end of the video. Zongetsu is the living embodiment of Berserk Bankai, and then Keto had a baby, and then the Keto went and go cheated on with fucking I don't fucking know. It got gangbanged with everything in the game. And then it's an amalgamation of all that. Not sure if this is even allowed to say on the platform, but I don't care. You could run anything on that and it will still be true. I don't know why in God's green earth they even like, look at, I don't know what I'm getting, look at this. You just sit here and just watch what I'm getting hit with. Down slam. And there's another move he does with it. He pulls you, down slams you. Like, the game's laggy. I'm in California, don't know why. Look at this. Guard broke. Pull. Rising swallow. Into another guard break. Like, bro, it gets to a point, bruh. I'm pretty sure it got nerfed, but look, I just stand still. I just took it. I just took it. I just, you know, I'm ready, Mr. President. Just take me. It's like, what the fuck? I don't even know what it's just. I don't know, bro. I think I just gave up, bro. Cause it's like, look at this shit. All I gotta say is, thank you for watching the video. Fear God and not Ben.